Welcome back, everyone, to another Dead Linger episode. I think we're on 8 at the time that I write this. Well, I write it in my head what I'm going to say. Alright, so we stopped off in the barn. Oh, there's a zombie. And luckily I wasn't overrun by zombies when we left off. So I'm going to run on out to the house. And I'm going to see if there's any zombies out here. Yeah, those houses aren't far away as I thought. Yeah, so we got a little bit of food. So I don't think I'm going to make a food run necessarily right away. Oh, look. Either those fell off or that's where I left them. Let me walk around real quick. There's a couple. This is interesting. I'm seeing wood here that I don't remember seeing here before. Well, let's put the hammer. Oh, that's right. I put my hammer in the house. Okay, hold on. What's the best way to get in? I don't want to necessarily come this way. Well, you know, I do remember reading somewhere that there is a known issue with the crafting where it doesn't quite necessarily 100% accurately remember. Yeah, so my wood's kind of jacked up. You know, it's disappointing to see, but I'm not, you know, my feelings aren't hurt. I'm not necessarily disappointed. You know, I could say that's just to be expected. Alright, and I looks like I got wood. Yeah, things just don't quite add up to how I remember. But anyhow, let me find my hammer. We're going to do some more construction work here. So what I'm going to do is actually replace the hammer to the axe. And I think that would make a terrible, terrible weapon to fight zombies with. Yep, I got one, at least one coming. So let's shut this door. Let's see if I can put this on before he gets here. So it'd be nice if I could maybe double layer the windows. I don't like the look of that. I'm going to drop that. You know what? I think I am going to axe him because I don't want to draw their attention with my shooting. It's sad. But this is the quieter way to take care of them. Now I'll go ahead and put some of that wood back up here in just a moment. I don't want to walk out there because I don't want to trigger that one coming in that's in the distance there. Because I don't quite know what their aggro range is. Alright. I haven't done too bad. Oh. Are those more coming? I should be able to get some wood up. Let's swap here. Come here, come here, come here. Pick it up. Alright. Rotate a little bit. Oh. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so that's a piece of plywood there. Yeah, here they come. Dang. Alright, let's come over here. I'm thinking plywood on the inside and outside might be better than just putting up all these here, because those just look tacky anyway. Oh, can I drop them? It might not let me pull them down. Oh, there we go. Right click. Right click. Then I'll have to take... Can I get that one inside without much fuss? Yeah, we'll just drop it there. Alright. So what I'll do, that's what I'll do. I'll just put it from the inside. Well, you know, shoot. I'm having a hard time walking on that stuff, so maybe the zombies will get stopped. But yeah, I'll put a piece of plywood on the inside and outside, kind of double board it. Yeah, here they come. Or at least one more. Can't wait to see some new textures. Let me see what kind of other wood is laying around. So that was kind of lucky that I had that piece of plywood. I'm going to need a lot of plywood to board up all these windows. And then hopefully they don't fall off like those beams did. The zombies might not even get up to those. I might not need to board those up. I will, just because if I do light fire again, it'd be nice to block off so I don't see a lot of escaping. Did I have a... Where'd that zombie go? There he is. Oh. Where'd you come from? You got here fast. Oh, where are you all coming from? I mean, at least there's not like a whole bunch. It is annoying to see him come, though. Ouch. Oh, man, that was... Well, you know, it's nice to see that they do behave a little bit differently, because like I had that one there that didn't really seem to fight back. That one did seem a little more aggressive, a little more combat capable. So it's nice to see they have a slightly different attributes here and there. However, it'd be nice to see some different skins on them. Here he comes. Alright. So, why don't I'm going to pop into the house here real quick. Grab a couple cans of food out of my pantry. I did a really good run there. What was that? The night before. Oh boy, my food is all over the place. Let me grab. How's my food right now? Food is actually pretty good. Yeah, well, I can tell definitely between saving and coming in and out, we have an issue with items properly storing and remembering their set locations. That's alright. Will be nice to see that improve, though, so I can, you know, not worry about food disappearing all the time. Hello? Oh, come on, door. Come on, door! Are you kidding? Alright. So, let's come around here. Yeah, so I want to make a bunch of plywood sheets. So I can put plywood sheets in the house, out of the house. There he is. Yeah, I definitely have warping zombies today. Ow, ow, ow. That was something I thought they said they fixed in the build, that when you killed a zombie, it stopped its moan, but no worries. So I think the focus today will be gathering up logs that I can start turning into plywood. Look, there's some wood. Just random pieces of wood laying around. Nice. Now what I should do is also take these hay bales and like push them and make a fence around the house. Oh, that's a clever idea. That's a very good idea. I will work on that. That will take time. So definitely, I was reading an article that was talking about what is a survival game. So when it comes to like, should you take the time building a fence and things like that? What do you need in a survival game? And it was just interesting to see that there really are a lot of different opinions on that. Makes sense, you know, we have opinions for everything. And one opinion I read that their idea of a survival game was that there's no like fortification buildings, that you're in the apocalypse. The game should really focus on scavenging, finding what's out there, maybe some hunting. You know, that kind of makes sense. You know, society initially is kind of all messed up, so you're just trying to move from place to place and find what you can. So this, because I thought about that when I first started this, you know, what's my motivation to even play this game? Because really, with the huge procedurally generated world that they have, you could play that style where you just roam from settlement to settlement looking for food, spending the night in the occasional house, and that's how you live. And I don't know how much fun that would be after a while, because you would think even in a situation where, you know, the world starts to really degrade, I don't think I can carry much more wood. Let me rearrange. I don't think I can really arrange a whole lot to my benefit and get 2 more. And so, you know, it really kind of, it does make kind of a valid point. Is what I'm doing a realistic thing? Because at some point, you know, I am going to run low on food. Those immediate houses, because I'll forget which ones I've scavenged. They will be scavenged. I can't stay here forever. It just, you know, kind of think really depends on what else the developers want to put into the game. If they put farming, of all things, you probably could have a pretty good shot at simulating where, you know, I didn't use as much food as I thought. I probably could have left a can. But like if you put, say you implement farming, I'm going to chop a bunch. Here's what I'm going to do in amongst my thoughts of the game here. I'm going to chop down some more trees. That way when I come back, it's just more of a pick up stuff. And look at that. That's cool. I chop a tree down. I can actually deforest the area. But, you know, the thing is, I can't stay at this farmhouse forever. So I can, you know, build it up as pretty as I want. And until they put in more sustainable types of food, I'm going to have to leave. I'm just going to have to leave at some point because I won't be able to live. I'll starve. And I don't see enough animals to say that hunting would be a valid source of food, because I've seen like 1 buck, and when I went in its direction, it just, well, I mean, it took off. It didn't want to get killed. Let's take another tree down. Oh, here they come. I don't know how noisy chopping a tree is, but look at there. Definitely have some company coming. I'm going to wait till those guys get closer before I run from them, because I'm hoping that they will lose interest in me after a while and won't follow me all the way back to the farmhouse while I work with the lumber that I have in hand. So I just want to chop a few here. So that's one view on the survival. No barricading. Move from settlement to settlement and salvage. I think this makes perfect sense. You know, not necessarily building an entire house from scratch, because really you'd have to look at the skills of your survival. You know, the survivalists, what are their skill sets? And unless you had somebody who was a skilled carpenter with that house building experience, I don't think you're going to be building too many houses from scratch. However, I really like what they've done with the concept of finding your existing homes and strengthening them. That to me makes perfect sense. Like if you watch the Walking Dead, not a spoiler too much, but there is an episode where, I won't give away too much, but they do have an episode where they go back, find one of their former teammates, and he had moved into like a city block and had booby trapped it, and did several things to make it inhabitable for him. So I'm hoping that all these pieces of wood I've chopped down. So this is a test for the server and the game engine as well. So I've chopped down all these pieces of wood, and what we're going to do is see if those actually remain. And we'll just go past. We'll leave them behind. So we'll run back. So when we get back to the house, we'll kind of see where we stand time-wise. So yeah, barricading your home and things like that do make complete sense. So I don't really see people building homes from scratch. So that's another thing I really liked about the game. What they did was they have in here some areas where they have partially constructed homes already, you know, homes that were already under construction, and so the framework is there, and you could just take your plywood sheets and put up your own walls. So it almost gives you that sense of building your house, building a base, because you do have to do quite a bit of it, you know, to actually make it into something to keep stuff out. The only problem that I have with their construction, because it is, I'm just doing a circle, make sure there's no zombies, but with their system of construction, with the fact that it's so free form, well, I seem to have even more wood here than there was a little while ago. It makes it super difficult to line things up. It's really tough. So there was, I mean, it can be done. I wish I had wrote down the location of a couple videos that I saw. There was one video where a gentleman from scratch found a house that he liked, and then on top of the house he pretty much built out of plywood sheets like a little apartment. I don't know how else to describe it, but he actually did create a really cool addition at the top of the house. I'll have to, if I can remember, I'll find and post something for it. But it was amazing. But it took him a really long time to do, because it took forever to make sure that everything would line up properly. So it wasn't something like he just sat down in an afternoon and said, hey, I'm going to build a house. And then eventually he had to, you know, drag furniture over. Well, should say push furniture over, and then populated it. And it looked really cool. Then there was another fellow who tried building a structure from scratch, and it was rough looking because of their free floating system here. What would be nice, well, it's tough to say that you want to sacrifice, you know, this incredible system that they have, but at the same time, it would be cool if they had, I got stuff in my way, shoot, had it lined up and now it's all borked. But if they could have a system of like anchor points to assist you with lining your stuff up properly. Because see, I got all this crap wood in the way. I gotta move it just so I can put in that plywood. But anchor points would be nice. That way your stuff would line up better, and you wouldn't have to rely so much on this dedicated freeform. Plus, the reason why the anchor points would be good is then hopefully what you put into place would have a more lasting effect. Like I put in here, you know, you saw me put some items up the other day, and now, you know, you come back and stuff is just strewn about. They were all kind of goofy looking. But hopefully with like an anchor point system, things would actually maybe stay lined up better, more permanently. Oh, I gotta get close enough to hammer, and I don't want to jinx it. Got it. Alright, so we got some wood. That's not as low as I would like. I'll make the one on the inside a little bit lower. Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll take a break right there. So this is reinforcing the home. I don't feel like Bob Vila. If you're too young to know who Bob Vila is, you have to Google. Google search them. This old house and renovating. Oh, look at that stuff just flopping up all over the place. All right, so when you come back, this is what we're doing. We are base building, and I tell you what, if base building and trying to figure out how you're going to survive in this world is just not to your thing so much, I apologize. If there's some other things specifically you want to see me do besides potentially building a house I'll have to get rid of here pretty soon when they do like a next big build update, let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned because we're going to do more construction stuff. All right, have a good night, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.